For 5 long years, Beverly had poured her heart into her relationship with Bright. She had dropped subtle hints, even overt gestures, hoping he'd propose. But Bright always brushed her off, indifferent to her yearning. Despite catching him with other women, she forgave him, blinded by a love that refused to waver. Other men came and went, proposing marriage, offering stability and devotion, but Beverly turned them all down. Her heart belonged to Bright, and Bright only. One evening, as they sat together in a quiet place, Bright dropped a bombshell. "I'm leaving for the US next week," he said casually, as if he were announcing a weekend trip. Beverly's heart plummeted. "What do you mean? When did this happen? Why didn't you tell me?" His nonchalant shrug was like a dagger to her chest. "It's all sorted now. I didn't want to stress you with the details." Instead of confronting him, Beverly swallowed her hurt. "I'll support you," she whispered, masking her devastation with a brave smile. And just like that, Bright was gone. Months passed. Beverly sent messages, made calls, but Bright's replies were sporadic, his tone distant. Eventually, the silence became deafening, stretching into the years. Beverly's heart hardened, the love she had nurtured slowly withering. Then, in her 3rd year of solitude, Kelly walked back into her life, a familiar face from her school days. He had been searching for her, hoping to rekindle a connection he never forgot. Kelly was everything Bright wasn't: attentive, loving, and sincere. Their relationship blossomed quickly. Within months, Kelly proposed, and for the first time in years, Beverly felt cherished. She said yes without hesitation, determined to leave her past behind. On the day of the wedding, as she was getting ready to leave for the ceremony, Bright appeared. He knelt down and apologized to her and claimed he was back to marry her. He asked her not to get married, as Bright held his hand out. Beverly, without hesitation, took his hand, and they ran away, leaving Kelly by himself at the altar. Immediately, Beverly woke up from her dream, looking all scared. The morning of her wedding was a flurry of excitement. Beverly couldn't shake the vivid dream she had the night before. The vision lingered, casting a shadow over her otherwise joyous day. As she stepped out of the house in her flowing white gown, a familiar figure emerged. It was Bright, just as she saw it in a dream. He looked desperate. Dropping to his knees, he pleaded, "Beverly, I'm sorry. I was a fool to leave you. I've come back to make things right. Don't marry him. Marry me instead." Her heart stopped. The world seemed to tilt. Beverly's mind raced, her emotions a storm of anger, confusion, and something she couldn't name. For a moment, she stood frozen, staring at the man she had once thought was her forever. But then she remembered the years of heartbreak, the nights she cried herself to sleep, and the love she had found in Kelly. Without a word, she stepped past Bright, her heart resolute. She had made the decision. As the wedding bells chimed, Beverly walked down the aisle to Kelly, the man who had healed her wounds and taught her to love again. When she said her vows, there was no hesitation, there was no regret. Bright watched from afar, a ghost of the past she had finally laid to rest. Beverly had chosen love, not the tumultuous, one-sided kind she had once clung to, but the steady, enduring love she truly deserved. And for the first time in years, she felt free.